You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White sports supporters, we're going to talk about the Cleveland Browns. If you are a Browns fan today, congratulations. You are in the playoffs. Absolutely crushed the New York Jets last night, 37-20. And old Graybeard, old man strength, showed up again last night by way of Joe Flacco. He did not disappoint. He was coming into the game, leading the league in passing yards since week 13, and last night was no different. It wasn't. And guys, we've talked about it on this channel, scheming, offensive weapons, this all matters now. And it makes me wonder, where would Joe Flacco's career be right now if he'd have had an offensive-minded head coach the last 4 years? Broncos, Jets, today, it matters, all right? And if you have all these weapons, this is a 38-year-old guy that came off the couch. Now, he's still got a cannon. He's still got a sniper rifle. I mean, my God, he was making throws last night, and I was like, geez, this old man still got a cannon, a .357 connected to his shoulder, but he balled out again last night. And we've got a few things related to the Browns here, but 19 of 29, 309, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Elijah Moore, we're going to talk about him in a minute, 5 for 61, a touchdown, an ex-Jet. Both ex-Jets. I mean, if I was Woody Johnson and I'm watching this, I'm furious today. I'm furious. David Njoku, 6 for 134. Offensive-minded head coach, folks. Think about this, all right? Think about it. You lose Amari Cooper. How bad would this have been if Cooper would have played? Would it have been 50-20? 63-20. Another Raiders-Chargers situation. I cannot imagine. So, Kevin Stefanski sat down and said, we're going to pivot, feed Njoku. He's a monster. 22.3 yards average per catch last night, and Flacco was flinging bullets. There you are right here. This is NFL.com. This is the official playoff picture. The Browns are in. This is the 3 teams in the AFC that are in. The Browns are officially in. By the way, if the Browns win next week and the Ravens lose the next 2, the Browns can be AFC North champions. There's still a path for that right now. So, last night, something scary did happen. Elijah Moore, he did not take a bad hit. People online are talking about this being a bad hit. It is not a bad hit. He hit the ground badly, but it was just a routine elementary school kind of tackle. It was not a bad hit at all. Here's the play right here, and you could see he slammed the ground. When he came to the ground, he slammed the ground. Now look at there goes his hands and his arms flailing around. All right, it looked really bad, and Amazon turned away from it pretty quick last night. Boy, Amazon, you got to do something about that broadcast. It was trash. For half of the first quarter, picture quality was terrible. There was a scary moment after a tackle on Thursday night in Cleveland. Browns' Elijah Moore was tackled from behind on a routine play, but he went to the ground awkwardly. I'm glad Fox News recognized that. Receiver fell helmet first onto the playing surface and then turned over on his back. And I just showed you what that looked like. So, a couple of the doctors that are on X, formerly known as Twitter, weighed in, including Evan Jeffries, Dr. Evan Jeffries, who I follow at @GameInjuryDoc, said Moore's movements were, quote, involuntary from a brain injury. Yikes. Another doctor, Jesse Moore, said Moore may have suffered a seizure. So we're talking about a moment very reminiscent of sort of the hands curling up, the fingers curling up as a response we saw on Thursday Night Football against the Bengals. Tua Tagovailoa and that very nasty hit. And it goes on to talk about, hey, what would have Elijah Moore done last night if he hadn't gotten injured? 5 for 61 and a touchdown against his former team, the Jets. The Jets look like a clown show right now. Like, did the team pull up in a clown car and everybody just got out? Robert Saleh's no emotion, having ass leading the charge. I mean, could you show some emotion on the side? At least Brian Daboll loses his shit and looks like he's bothered by what's happening. I mean, Saleh's got no emotion whatsoever. Let's look at this real fast right here. Flacco, 60% completion, 1,616 yards, 13 TDs. I mean, my God. Elijah Moore, hey, Jets, 20 more receptions than last year, all of last year. There's still another game to play. 200 more yards. Offensive-minded head coach said we're going to make it a priority to feed Elijah Moore, and it's paid off. Now I'm going to show you something right here. Going into last night's game, this is SB Nation Reacts. 93% of Browns fans are confident the team is headed in the right direction. Right there. That was going into last night. Now, I don't know what this would look like this morning. Look at this. 67% of Browns fans would rather have Joe Flacco as the quarterback than a healthy Deshaun Watson. Now, if you're doing the math, and I know if you're scoring at home, that is 67 out of 100 Browns fans. Yeah, basically 70%. Let's just say it. 70% would rather have old graybeard, old man strength, combined with Kevin Stefanski, this defense, and the weapons that are on this team. God, if Amari Cooper played last night, he'd still be catching touchdowns. And Joe Flacco, who's putting on a second act. I have not checked the Comeback Player of the Year odds after last night. I probably should have. So, this guy, Nick Carnes, and I would assume he is the co-host of the Barking Brown Show. I don't know if that is a radio show, a podcast. I'm guessing podcast. Got a good following on here. I have not listened to your podcast, dude. But he says Deshaun Watson sure looks like a guy that cares about his team, regardless of if he's on the field or not. And there was a couple of views of old massage therapy himself on the sideline, smiling last night. Well, NFL fans and Browns fans didn't exactly agree with that take. All right? And, of course, money and massages ruled the day after that post. He sure looks like a guy who's getting paid to watch Flacco actually win a game. That's the face of a fully guaranteed contract. I mean, he's getting his money regardless. This guy, move on. Flacco is in charge. Like, hey, it is what it is now. Flacco's ruling the day. Wouldn't you smile if you were making $230 million to watch a game? Guys, he's a $64 million cap hit. A $64 million cap hit. By the way, you know, stranger things have happened. The Broncos are going to cut Russell Wilson, which is the closest thing we've got to Deshaun Watson right now. Why wouldn't he be? Man's got a gigantic contract and his team's going to the playoffs. The only thing that would make him happier is a massage. Oh, that's really good. Still calling him Twatson. Sure looks like a guy who's getting paid $250 million to not be a fraction of what a 38-year-old is. He's getting destroyed. He's just happy he can ride with $230 million in his pocket and doesn't have to do a damn thing but get massages. Whoa. All he wants is a happy ending. Why can't people understand that? That was a Herb Kirkstreet. Yeah, on the X. This guy answers back directly to Nick Carnes, I guess. Nick, Flacco has played so much better than Watson ever has for the Browns. Flacco is QB1 for Cleveland. Yeah. This woman believes that Watson was actually instructed to hang around Flacco so he could show up on camera. I mean, you know. Brother, just admit it was a horrible signing and we need to dump him immediately. Very interesting. And there was a lot of he's fully guaranteed and all that money, and that is why Deshaun Watson looked so happy last night. Clear. Look, 67% of Browns fans, this is before last night's game, before they clinched the playoffs. 70% of Browns fans, let's just say it, 70%. That's a difference of 3 people every 100. Would rather have a 38-year-old Flacco than a healthy Deshaun Watson. That tells you all you need to know. By the way, it also tells you the Broncos and Jets suck. Joe Flacco clearly had game left. Not only that, he was younger. You want to talk about not being able to scheme up offense or put weapons around a quarterback? Joe Flacco just lost 3-4 years with the Jets and the Broncos that he clearly should have been a starting quarterback in the NFL right now. Hell, he would probably have like 50,000 yards passing. And another, 100 touchdowns? I mean, we'd be talking Hall of Fame already. That's before this late career run. Because he's got a ring. Wow. Unbelievable. The Jets look like shit. Robert Saleh looks just emotionless, like he's dead inside. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he's just sitting back shell-shocked. I do think Saleh, he has been all year, just got absolutely shell-shocked the moment Aaron Rodgers went down. And he has been just the emotionless man all year long. I don't know. If I was Woody Johnson and I was seeing this go on, I would have to take another hard look at my franchise. Because they got the defense. They got Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. It's bad. It really is. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.